Carrie, Suspiria, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Prom Night are just a few examples of the horror films that were set in schools and have some of the most memorable and campy scenes. On the other hand, each of those institutions was bustling with an abundance of boisterous students and a significant quantity of chaos. It is likely that abandoned schools are home to eerie classrooms, textbooks that have been forgotten, desks that have been turned over, and even ghosts. Then again, it's possible that you don't believe in ghosts, even if they are not haunted. These abandoned educational institutions are unpleasant, and that is something that cannot be denied. These institutions are unsettling. These haunted schools provide you with the opportunity to not only experience all of your worst childhood memories, such as the teacher who never liked you, the schoolwork you couldn't figure out, and the popular kids who made fun of your lack of athletic ability, but also to feel completely isolated from the modern world. Nature has taken over these buildings, which were once occupied by children engaging in activities such as playing outside and learning their alphabet. A few courageous urban explorers have made their way inside in order to take pictures of what is still there before it is permanently removed. Let's watch the 12 most haunted abandoned schools and classrooms. Number 12. The Care School. On the north side of Street Louis, the Care School first opened its doors in the year 1908. In 1978, it was shut down, and ever since then, it has been left there, degrading. In the event that this were Silent Hill, the Care School would be the location where you would travel in order to locate your disappeared daughter. Number 11. The Pennhurst State School. The Pennhurst State School and Hospital in East Vincent, Pennsylvania is the subject of numerous spooky tales that people like making up. And to tell you the truth, who could blame them? Please have a look at this. The practice of eugenics was probably one of the most terrifying things that actually took place in this location. During the early 1900s, the chief physician at Pennhurst was a supporter of the eugenicist Henry H. Goddard. Goddard said that every feeble-minded person is a potential criminal and that it would be a good thing to segregate the idiot or the distinct imbecile. Pennhurst's chief physician was an admirer of Goddard. 9 personnel were charged with brutally abusing patients and, in some instances, encouraging patients to attack one another during the 1980s. These charges were brought against them. In the year 1987, the school was closed down. People who are familiar with the local lore would tell you that the ghosts of those patients continue to haunt the enormous campus to this day. In 2010, a Halloween attraction was created in the administration building. Other organizations are striving to transform the buildings that are still standing into valuable assets for the community. The Limerick building can be found on the lower campus with this particular building. Number 10. Frederick Douglass Academy. Upon inspection, it appears as though a tornado has ripped through the corridors of this defunct high school in Detroit, destroying all that can be seen. It is covered with graffiti and glass from broken windows all across the campus. It is not difficult to imagine that this school was the location of a tumultuous poltergeist or a telekinetic student who decided that she had just had enough of everything one day. This is despite the fact that the cause of this destruction is most likely the poor economic condition of the city, which is combined with bored taggers and resourceful scrappers looking for metal. Number 9. Butlerville High School. In the extremely small community of Butlerville, Indiana, there is a high school known as Butlerville High School. Jim Gray, a blogger, claims that the school was constructed in 1904 and that it most likely fell into ruin and abandoned after the state of Indiana began combining its schools in the 1950s. The abandoned building is depicted in this photograph as being slowly consumed by plants that are crawling over it. There is no way that they are carnivorous plants that would wrap around your ankles if you were to attempt to go through the hallways of this school by yourself, right? Number 8. An abandoned gym. Despite the fact that the mustachioed man's watchful gaze could potentially throw your game off, you could still shoot some hoops in this disused gymnasium in Taiwan if you so desired. Number 7. Schools out forever. There is a school in Detroit that has been abandoned here. When one daring urbexer was looking around a classroom that was completely vacant, they made the decision to write "Schools Out Forever" on the chalkboard. Perhaps they were under the impression that they were the first person to ever think of that saying. At the very least, it seems appropriate, given that Alice Cooper was born in Detroit. You should pay special attention to the sound of footsteps crunching on all of that debris as they move closer. Number 6. A forgotten school in Illinois. There is a school near Elmira, Illinois that has been abandoned, and the windows and doors are broken, so you can almost hear the wind whistling through them. As far as I can tell, this is an excellent spot to pitch a tent and spend the night camping. What could possibly go wrong? Number 5. A mission-style school in a ghost town. In Mashim, Texas, which is an unincorporated town with a population of almost no one, there is not a whole lot to be found. In that location, there is a school building that has been abandoned and is reportedly decomposing. The grass in this shot appears to have been cut in a nice manner, but according to some urbex photographers who have visited the area within the past year, this is no longer the case. Number 4. Bennett College, NY. The New York campus of Bennett College is a place worthy of a nightmare. Take a look at how completely run down and deteriorated this enormous and expansive location is. It is almost as if you can see the ghost looking out at you from one of the windows on the upper floor, urging you to come inside for a brief period of time. In 1890, the institution was established as a high school for female students. Subsequently, it evolved into a junior college for female students, but it was shut down in 1978 due to the growing trend of receiving an education at the same institution as both male and female students. A substantial portion of the building was damaged as a result of pipes that froze and burst. There is a significant amount of instability at the school at the moment, and you should not go inside for rational reasons, in addition to the fact that it is undoubtedly frightening. Number 3. Don't get shut in these lockers. When these lockers at Alexander Hamilton Junior High School in Cleveland fell down like toy soldiers, it is difficult to determine what caused them to have fallen down. Maybe it was an earthquake, or maybe it was just a good old-fashioned demon conjuring. Remember that if you become locked inside of one of these, it is quite unlikely that you will ever be able to escape. Number 2. This pool's seen better days. Timothy Neeson, a photographer, claims that this is the swimming pool that was left behind at a boys' school that had been disregarded for a very long time. Also, the campus, which is situated in Ontario, was a prisoner of war camp during World War II. Your favorite scenes from independent horror films such as Let the Right One In or It Follows may be reenacted here, making it an ideal location for such an endeavor. Number 1. A forlorn piano. This piano, which was left abandoned in a school in New Orleans, appears to be the kind of instrument that would play melodies on its own when they were not being washed. At the very least, it appears to be in a condition that is satisfactory enough for you to be able to brush off the dust and play a friendly game of chopsticks. Do you want more videos similar to this? It is possible to obtain regular updates and your own unique videos by subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell icon. See you in some other video. Thanks for watching.